the new head coach under the most pressure coming up this year would be
Freddie Kitchens. I mean, he's gone from being America's darling, a guy who 13 months ago was hired by Todd Haley to be his running backs coach because he needed a running backs coach, not because, oh, this guy's a brilliant play caller. You know, he sort of, just sort of almost lucked into being the offensive play caller because he knows the quarterback position so well, and Hugh Jackson worked his way out of a job. So, and hey, Freddie Kitchens absolutely unequivocally, should be the coach of this team. And he proved that he belonged. So he deserves it. Don't get me wrong. But all of these improvements, it's almost like if the Browns win 10 games and they're a wild card team and they lose the wild card game, it's almost like it would be a crushing disappointment right now with what everybody thinks about the Browns. And look, I think the Browns have made all the right moves. I mean, I covered them last year, Rich, on draft time, and I knew totally why they picked the quarterback. And Baker Mayfield was the right choice at the time. There's no revisionist history here, and he's proven to be a very good choice. And now they've got more pieces in place. So there's a lot of pressure on Kitchens.
By the way, I think if they win 10 games, go to the playoffs, and lose their first wild card game, it's always difficult for a first-time quarterback in the playoffs to win his first playoff game. I think that would be actually a very good first year for Freddie Kitchens.
We'll see. And maybe that's how it'll turn out. But me looking at it right now,
right?
I mean, it's almost like, well, the Browns should be on in primetime 5 times. Well, Sunday night should have them on twice and all that. And
that'll happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
You don't think them versus New England's going to be on a Sunday night?
I don't think
it'll be the first one, or them versus them versus the Jets, for instance, when Odell's coming back into MetLife, and you would want to see something like that.
What I'm saying is, for the last 4 years, I sat with Howard Katz on schedule making day.
Yeah.
This is only my guess.
Sure.
I have no inside information.
It's an educated guess.
Yes, it's an educated guess.
Yeah.
But my feeling is last year, the San Francisco 49ers were the Cleveland Browns in all ways. Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy Garoppolo, they're going to win the division. They're going to win 12 games, blah, 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 blah,
There's a lot of flexing.
And right now, you look back, they got 4 primetime games.
Right.
And they got flexed out of their Sunday night games, right? They did.
Yeah.
They did not play on Sunday night because the quarterback got hurt. And I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but that's why I would put the over-under at 4, and I would put the over-under on Sunday night at 1.
Okay.
Because 1 being a home game in Cleveland. I do not think Cleveland at New England will be the opening game of the season.
I don't think so either.
Okay. I mean, my guess is it'll be Dallas. That's just my guess. But the other thing I would say is I think the NFL will want to put the Browns on Sunday night at home fairly early in the season, maybe against Pittsburgh, maybe against Baltimore, but against a team that there will be a tremendous verve and excitement in the city for, wow, we're on Sunday Night Football for the first time in 100 years. That's what I think.
I like Baltimore because I think the Lamar Jackson versus Baker Mayfield twice a year is great. Obviously, the Week 17 was fantastic.
It was a great,
My choice for the opening night is Pittsburgh at New England.
Could be.
Because I want to see what Pittsburgh looks like without Le'Veon Bell, without Antonio Brown, night 1 in New England.
Everybody said, I bet I got 20 emails after I said I don't think it's going to be Kansas City and New England. And there were 2 reasons why it's not going to be Kansas City and New England, in my opinion. It's been Kansas City and New England on Sunday Night Football for 2 straight years.
Right.
Remember, opening day 2017.
Yes.
And then midseason 2018. Plus, the biggest marquee matchup in all of football right now is Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, the old and the new.
Yes, sir.
And NBC had it last year. I got to tell you something. I will be shocked if Howard Katz gives it to NBC, gives it to us again this year. That's just my guess.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.